Sunday night's protests and violence in Ferguson convinced the governor of Missouri to call in the military as residents of the St. Louis suburb continue to rally over Michael Brown's death. Missouri's National Guard is expected in Ferguson by Monday morning. Along with releasing an image of the order signed by Jay Nixon, the governor's office also put out a statement that read in part, "Tonight, a day of hope, prayers, and peaceful protests was marred by the violent criminal acts of an organized and growing number of individuals, many from outside the community and state." The involvement of the National Guard seemed to be a surprise. The Missouri Highway Patrol captain in charge of the police presence in Ferguson had just said moments earlier bringing in the military wasn't part of the plan.
Some operational planning to determine what that will be.
Is there any consideration of calling the National Guard in?
No, at this point we're taking additional steps and we will evaluate our resources.
It's a sign that the situation on the ground is either ever-changing, chaotic enough top leaders aren't always on the same page, or both. Yet again, local TV stations like KTVI captured shots of police firing tear gas at protesters Sunday night. Police say shootings, Molotov cocktails, and a large crowd advancing on the police command center forced their hand.
We had about 1,000 people advancing towards where the command center is located. It's hectic, it's chaotic, it's stressful, it's scary, and for everybody involved, not only the police, but for the actual peaceful protesters.
We need some help.
A main talking point for law enforcement early Monday morning was that out-of-town protesters have come to Ferguson specifically to incite violent protests and are undermining the local peaceful protesters. Since police officer Darren Wilson shot unarmed teen Brown more than a week ago, Ferguson has been in a near-constant state of police and civilians hurling both accusations and objects at each other. New details on how many times Brown was shot didn't likely help calm tensions. The New York Times obtained results of a private autopsy performed Sunday that shows Brown was shot 6 times, 4 in the right arm and twice in the head. Of a gunshot to the top of Brown's head, the medical examiner who conducted the autopsy said it can be because he's giving up or because he's charging forward at the officer. We need more information. Brown's mother spoke by satellite Monday morning on ABC's Good Morning America. She cried as family attorney Benjamin Crump described the location of the 6 gunshots and then told Robin Roberts peace in Ferguson will come with justice for her son.
Arresting this man and making him accountable for his actions.
Leslie McSpadden has been an outspoken opponent against any violent protests, saying they disrespect her son's memory. The Guard's presence marks another major change in police tactics. Accusations and video of what civic leaders called a heavy-handed response by militarized police led Governor Nixon to put state police in charge in Ferguson Thursday. That brought some calm, but it was brief. Friday, the Ferguson police chief named Officer Wilson as the man who shot Brown and released surveillance video of a man police believe was Brown stealing cigars from a convenience store just before he was killed. Now, instead of militarized police, the military itself will try its hand at bringing peace to Ferguson. For Newsy, I'm Cliff Judy.